All right, good Monday morning. We are live talking about the weather for this week, and it is the first Monday of December, and it's mostly quiet. We have a very warm pattern setting up, so if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below and ask away. If you're traveling across the state or anywhere across the nation, we can always dive deep into that and any details along those lines. So again, feel free to comment down below and talk about the weather with us on this first Monday of December. Speaking of December, it's a cold month based on normal. By the end of December through Christmas and through New Year's Eve, high temperatures usually trend into the lower 60s, and the morning temperatures usually trend in the lower 40s. So not a huge spread between the first and the end of the month, but again, through early January, that's when we continuously start to drop temperatures and cold fronts get stronger. And we love to see that, especially with winter starting in just a few weeks. Now, another thing with the beginning of winter in a couple weeks, on December 21st to be exact, is the beginning of mountain cedar. Now, it's not heavy or moderate today. It's only light at 30. Molds are light as well at 390. But notice this, the end of November, early December, shows the beginning and spike of mountain cedar season. Now, it really doesn't peak until late January into early February, but between now and pretty much by next month, it really starts to increase. These cold fronts that move in from the north, they grab the pollen from the juniper trees in the hill country and they transport it farther south into San Antonio. And that's what creates mountain cedar here in the city. And again, it usually spikes this time of year through the end of December and through January as well. Outside right now, a lot of blue fighting through. It looks beautiful, mostly clear conditions. That's how it's going to stay pretty much all day today, with a few upper level clouds moving through. Right now it's 63 at the airport, 65 at Stinson, mostly sunshine, very beautiful weather. Tony, will it be a clear night tonight? Yes. So it looks like it'll be chilly tonight. And a reason for that is because of clear conditions. When you have clear skies, calm wind at the surface, temperatures fall fast. So yes, Tony, it will be a clear night. And we should have a beautiful sunset later on this evening with these upper level clouds, these cirrus clouds moving through. Air is very dry. Humidity is not a factor. The dew point's right around 34. So it is a very comfortable feel in the atmosphere this morning. It's 11 o'clock. Good morning, David. Good morning, Tony. Yeah, again, Tony, it's going to be a clear night tonight. Most of the cloud cover is southeast of the city, towards the coast, right? Towards Corpus Christi, Brownsville, over the Gulf of Mexico. That's where it's a little bit more active. And speaking of active, more weather the farther northeast you go. So if you're traveling or flying anywhere from, let's say, Ohio to Boston, the New England area, towards Maine, there is a storm system out there, but now falling apart. It's kind of left over. It's a lingering area of rain, some winds, and some snowfall, but for the far northeastern side of the country, most of that is really coming to an end for that part of the country later on today. Meantime, metro temperatures this afternoon is going to be beautiful. We'll be in the 70s, right around 71, which is a few degrees above normal. 61 at Bandera, 63 in San Antonio, 67 in Devine, a degree warmer in Hondo. We're still in the 50s in most parts of the hill country like Rock Springs, Fredericksburg at 58. 65 in Victoria and about 63 in Columbus. Now, today's forecast with sunshine comes the heat, and highs will be around 70 to 71. This model is going for about 69, but I do think we break 70 later on this afternoon. And middle 70s to our south. Overnight tonight, we may see a little bit more cloud cover just kind of passing through. Nothing all that impressive. And give me 1 second to update this, and we're going to fast forward through tomorrow morning. You'll see, I would say by about 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, we're looking at middle 40s. So early Tuesday is going to be cold, especially in the hill country with, again, clear skies. It will get chilly fast. Temperatures will fall quickly. We're talking upper 30s for Bernie, Kerrville, the hill country, middle to lower 40s for Rock Springs. But again, in the higher elevations of the hill country, the air is thinner, temperatures drop faster, and with the humidity so low and the sky is mostly clear, temperatures are going to fall pretty rapidly overnight tonight. But all above freezing, that's the good news for the next couple of days. Today's forecast, again, 71, mostly sunshine. Sundown tonight will be around 5:35. And days will continuously to get shorter through the next couple weeks. The shortest day of the year, by the way, is the first day of winter, and that's December 21st. Tonight, if you're heading out for any dinner plans, late evening plans, I would say have a jacket, maybe a sweater, because after 8 o'clock, temperatures fall into the 50s, and again, it'll get cold pretty fast here in the area. For our weather pattern, it is going to be pretty quiet. You'll see as I put this into motion through tomorrow, through Wednesday and Thursday, it's really high pressure that keeps us pretty quiet. And when this happens in the summertime, it gets hot, it stays quiet, and in the wintertime, it just stays clear and mild because this time of year with less sunlight, temperatures really average in the 70s. So we're not going to see a huge change in the weather between now and Thursday. Different story on Friday and Saturday. This high moves away from us and makes a little room for a digging area of low pressure or a storm system to move across the Rockies, and that'll send us our next cold front. Now, right now, it looks like to be mostly cloud cover Friday night and Saturday morning. Shouldn't cancel plans over this rain chance. And it looks like right now, based on how it looks on the forecast models, most of the rain that forms later on this weekend will be east. So if you're driving out towards Houston or Beaumont or anywhere in East Texas, that's where this cold front is likely to clash with more moisture, and this will produce scattered rain and a few thunderstorms east of San Antonio. It doesn't look like that's going to be impressive here in the area. You'll see on the rainfall accumulation forecast, San Antonio is excluded from this rain chance. There may be a couple of isolated showers that form on the back side of the system, but right now any rain that forms will be mainly between Houston, Lake Charles, Louisiana, Arkansas, and parts of the southeast where conditions are a little bit more ripe and conducive for rain to form later on this weekend. Right now we're putting a 20% chance at rain on the 7-day. That's about it. Tomorrow morning 47, tomorrow afternoon 71, and rinse and repeat through Wednesday. Pretty much just cold mornings, chilly mornings I should say, and very beautiful afternoons right around 70. Really perfect weather, nearly perfect weather. Thursday, more clouds working ahead of that system. Between Friday and Saturday, Friday's going to be warm, almost near 80 in some locations on Friday afternoon. For December 8th and this weekend, that's when the cold front arrives, and that'll mean breezy winds, 15 to 20 mile an hour gusts at times, maybe more than that on Saturday. But then highs go back down from the upper 70s to the lower 60s and likely even the 50s for high temperatures on Sunday and Monday of next week, so 7 days out. So while it's not going to be very active, we're not expecting much rain. We have beautiful weather for the first full week of December, guys. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much. It was my 30th birthday back on Saturday. I had the opportunity of running the 5K at the Rock and Roll Marathon. It was cold in the morning, but it was perfect by the end, because you really warm up when you start to run, right? Thank you, Kathy, and good morning, Ryan. Honey, outlook on the upcoming weekend weather. Yeah, Anthony, so this weekend should be fine. If you have any outdoor plans this weekend, we're throwing in that 20% chance at an isolated shower, but at the moment, it doesn't look great. Any rain that forms this weekend will be near Houston and away from San Antonio, farther east towards Louisiana later on this weekend. Anthony, thank you so much. Appreciate it, good sir. Yeah, it was a great weekend. It was a busy one. I had the 5K. I went to one of our coworkers' weddings. It was fun. It was beautiful. And then I worked Saturday night and Sunday night. I'm probably going to celebrate sometime this week. Hopefully go to a nice restaurant later on this week and enjoy my 30th birthday. Yeah, it is the big year for me, for sure. Thank you. Good morning. Of course, yeah. Good morning, Anthony. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Tony and David. It is a beautiful day. It's going to be a beautiful week. Again, if you have any plans, it's going to be rain-free for the most part. Doesn't look like anything's going to form on Saturday. We're throwing in that just in case on Saturday for isolated showers. Otherwise, pretty quiet in our area for the next 7 days here in San Antonio and for most of South Texas. Oh, good morning, John. Wonderful to see you too. Thank you for commenting. Yeah, it was a beautiful weekend. I saw so many folks this weekend at the Rock and Roll, at one of our coworkers' weddings, Teresa. It was a beautiful weekend and a beautiful celebration on Saturday night. It was an awesome weekend, that is for sure. Let me see. Anything that I need to talk about in detail? It looks like on Saturday, yeah, that's pretty much our next big decent chance for rain, but right now it's only looking at spotty activity. So that's the 7 day, guys. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment down below. pretty quiet in our weather department. Let's see. If you're traveling to Houston, again, some rain later on Saturday this weekend. And then probably a little bit more active for the Midwest, for example, as another storm system moves across that area later on this week. So we have a lot to see across the nation for traveling, because it's a big month for traveling. But for Texas, for this week, for the next 7 to 10 days, it will be pretty quiet. All right, guys, we'll leave it on the 7-day a little longer. Joanne, thank you. It was wonderful to see you, too. I want to mention that one more time. Anthony, how are the humidity levels this week? Pretty low, my friend. Doesn't look like it's going to be that humid. I would say the most humid day will probably be Friday with a returning south and southeast wind. But even at that, highs near 78. That's beautiful. That is gorgeous. Average this time of year 67. But again, highs will be around 80 on Friday. That'll probably be the most humid day, but not even at the same level when we're comparing to like summertime humidity. So it could certainly be a lot worse. But yeah, Friday, probably the most warmest day with highs near 80 degrees. All right, guys, that's it for the 7-day forecast. Yes, Saturday, 72. High of 60 on Sunday. Morning's a lot colder, likely by pre-dawn Sunday and even by early Monday next week. So pretty quiet, and enjoy this week. Maybe it's a good week to finish your holiday shopping. I know I need to do that. I have yet to shop for anyone. Man, I need to get it done very fast. I'll probably do that later today or tomorrow. But yeah, great way to spend the week. Do some shopping. Highs will be beautiful in the 70s this week. Saturday will be 72. Today's 71, and just talk about perfect weather for the next 7 days. All right, guys, have a wonderful Monday, and we'll see you later, and have a wonderful week.